YouTube, Autumn Beckman here. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Well, it is that time of year again, time to think about what gifts to give to your kid's teacher. You appreciate what they do for your kids all year, but you don't get to see them all that often, so you don't really know what they'd want, or what they really don't want. As a teacher, let me just say we appreciate any gifts we get, and you certainly don't have to get us anything. But since you're watching this video, you probably do want to get your teacher something. So I've reflected on the gifts that I've received over the years that I've been teaching, and I also reached out to the teachers at my school and asked them about their most memorable gifts. Before I get started, I want to ask you, if you are a teacher, to comment down below with your most memorable gifts or creative gifts, or even things you don't want, so that we can help each other out here. And if you're not a teacher and you've given a gift to a teacher, whether you're a student or a parent, what are the favorite gifts that you have given? Just leave that in the comment section below. I also want to say, teachers are aware that we are not the only person you're buying for, so we do not expect anything extravagant. We're also aware that if you're buying for us, you're probably buying for your students' other teachers. Even if your student mostly only has one teacher for all the core subjects, they probably have other teachers like PE or art or music, or maybe you're buying something for the principal or the office staff too, or the nurse or the counselor or the special ed teachers. There are so many people on a campus that affect your child's life. Lots of people to think of, and we know that. So we know that if you get us something small, it's not because you don't appreciate us, it's because you have a lot of people to buy for. I wanted to point out one idea. If you do have a situation where your child has mostly one student, like when they're teaching all the core subjects, mostly in elementary school, one idea to get them something nice is to contact other families and go in on something together, or create something together. Okay, let's get started. I divided these gifts into 5 categories. Category 1 is handmade gifts from the heart. Out of everybody I asked, this was the top answer for the gifts that mean the most to us as teachers. These could be cards, letters, artwork. For me as an art teacher, I love it when a student creates something for me. Whether it's a photograph or a drawing or a sculpture, that means a lot. One of our English teachers told me that one of her most memorable gifts was when a student wrote a story with the student and the teacher as the lead characters, and it told the story of their year together. Another teacher said that her class knew that she had just bought a new house, so they all did drawings of houses and decorated them differently. And then the whole class put their drawings together and had it framed, and she still has that hanging in her house. Another teacher said that someone made a hand-carved cross for her cross wall in our home. Category 2, get to know the teacher, their likes, their hobbies, and get them something that has to do with that, something personal. For me, some of my students know that I'm into handbags because of my YouTube channel. They also know from the color scheme I have in my room that I love turquoise. So I got this a couple years ago. It's a little wallet wristlet, and it has this detachable strap, and it's in turquoise. And you don't have to do anything sneaky to figure out what your teacher likes. If you don't know, you can just ask them what are their hobbies. Just send your kid to ask them, what are your hobbies? What are your favorite colors? And that'll help you get ideas. Another teacher said students got her ballet tickets. I think tickets to something would be an awesome gift. And then another teacher, this one is close to home here, said that her class knew that her dog had died recently, so they pooled together and made a donation to a local dog shelter. Category 3 is gifts related to the subject that the teacher teaches. And these could be gifts for personal use or for the classroom. One of our teachers who teaches a gardening class told me that a student gave her a nice scented hand lotion and some Epsom salts to soak her feet, which was a very thoughtful gift for relaxation. Which brings me to category 4, relaxation. Personally, I think edible treats are a great thing, because then you don't have a bunch of knickknacks laying around. By the way, mugs are not a great gift for teachers. We get those all the time. What do you do with them? You end up having to get rid of a lot of them, and then that makes you feel bad. But edible gifts. Homemade treats are great, but I have to tell you, I'm just gonna be super honest here. There are some kids that I would not want to get homemade treats from. Like, I wouldn't eat it. For example, I used to teach elementary school, and there was this one girl who every day had a runny nose. I think if your parenting style allows your kid to have a runny nose every day, and she was always kind of disheveled and like hair not brushed and things like that. In a situation like that, I wouldn't want to eat food that they made for me, because that leaves me with the impression that their home is not very clean, so their kitchen may not be clean, and I wouldn't necessarily trust that. One of our teachers said that she loves getting treats that are homemade foods from the child's culture, especially if it's different from the teacher's culture. Another teacher said that one time he got a week's worth of homemade lunches, so a new lunch was brought every day, and each lunch had a note in it. I would say if you're gonna give food, make sure you know about allergies that your teacher might have. Also, I see things on like Facebook all the time, teacher related, that talk about how teachers drink. We do, just like anybody else. And something like a bottle of wine would be a very appreciated gift for those of us who do drink. However, something like that could not be brought to school. I just wanna say that. That's something that you'd have to give the teacher off campus because alcohol is not allowed on school campuses. Another idea that I think kind of falls into the relaxation category is we're around kids all day, all year, and kids spread germs. Teachers get sick several times throughout the year. Every time your kid is sick, your teacher's probably sick too, because we all catch the same things. So a little gift basket to help with a cold might be a nice gift. Some nice tissues, hand sanitizer. Oh my God, hand sanitizer. You can get big bottles for the classrooms because the kids are really wasteful with them. They don't just do one little pump or one little squeeze. They'll do like multiple things and they'll slather their whole hands in it. It's gross. And you try to stop them from doing that, but they're kids. You can't see everything that's going on when you've got 30 kids in the room. So we always need hand sanitizer. It's also nice to get those little hand sanitizers that are scented from Bath & Body Works, and we can slip those in our pocket as we're walking around the room and just take it out and do it after we've touched the pencil of a kid that is sick. It's a good habit to get into. Hand sanitizer all the time. Giving medicine is probably not a good idea, but I can say that the boyfriend works in medicine and he has gotten me onto zinc. When I first feel like I'm getting a cold, I power up on zinc and vitamin C. So maybe zinc and things like those emergency drinks, that could be a good thing to go in the gift basket. The zinc is supposed to make the cold shorter by stopping the cells from multiplying. Maybe put tea in the basket. We already have a mug for our tea. Maybe some honey, maybe one of those little bottles of lemon juice. Things that you would like when you're sick, that we could use in the classroom especially to help us feel better. Maybe a scarf. I will say too, on the subject of the hand sanitizer getting used so much, tissues also disappear in the classroom. Kids don't just take one, they take like 5 at a time. So we're always in need of tissues. We're also always in need of pencils because kids take them and they use them and they take them with them and they lose them and they also break them. They like to break them and like, it's so wasteful and frustrating. And category 5, this was also a highly recommended category, is gift cards. There was one request, one teacher said this to me and I was gonna say it anyway. Think about the kind of gift cards you're getting. Try not to get something too specific. For example, and this was the specific thing I was going to mention and the other teacher mentioned, Starbucks. We don't all go to Starbucks. I know a lot of people do. I don't. This other teacher doesn't, because we don't drink coffee. I'm at a school where we're very fortunate. We have a lot of fortunate families and we get quite a few very nice gifts. One year I got over $100 in Starbucks gift cards, and I don't go to Starbucks, so I had to give them away. I gave them all to my sister who does go to Starbucks. Personally, my favorite gift card is to Amazon because I can get anything there, and I shop on Amazon all the time. Target is also another good one. One teacher told me that she got a plant one year, and attached to the plant it had some cash and some gift cards and even some lotto tickets, like scratch-off tickets. Personally, I don't play the lottery. I'm not a big fan of the scratch-offs because they're mostly losers. It's exciting to get one and win something, but if you don't win anything, it's disappointing. And if you're going to give cash or a gift card, you may want to check with your district. I know my district has a limit to the amount that we're allowed to accept as gifts. I think it's $25. Oh, back to the relaxation, candles. That's a good thing to get for people. People love candles, a nice scented candle. And those are the 5 categories. Remember, if you have any gift ideas, especially if you have given or received some very memorable or creative gifts, please leave that below in the comment section so we can all see this information and share it with each other. If you found this helpful, please click the like button and hit the subscribe button if you haven't done that already, and then the bell notification icon so you're notified when I post a new video. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Have a fantastic day. Bye.